what we could see in Mr. Stephen Perere in his life, when we carefully observe his life, his behavior, his attitudes, his thoughts, he was a poet. He was a great song himself that expressed many interesting, meaningful messages to all of us. So therefore, at this special moment, as we pay our last respect to this wonderful human being, this great friend, it's a very important moment to all of us to think about the meaning of life, the Lord Buddha's teachings. At this moment, when we think about the life and how we all got connected to this special person in front of us, we all were lucky, and he was lucky at the same time, because we all became a part of his life. And also, he became a very special part of all our lives. So we shared, mostly you all shared, many, many wonderful life experiences with him. So, think about for a moment. Within maybe a couple of hours, he will just remain in all our memories and nothing else. Just like a dream. And we are going to say goodbye to him forever, and we will not see him again. He will only be in our memories. But everything he has done for us, everything he gave to this world as these beautiful children, grandkids, and the friendship that he maintained with all of you will remain. And you will feel that great gratitude, that friendship, as long as you live in this part of the world. So, even though he shared many life experiences with you, and for you, Vishaka, and Thompson Mahatma, and maybe grandkids, and who are participating in this funeral service, even from Sri Lanka, he may have given so many lessons to you. He may have taught you so many things, beautiful things. This is how you should live in this world. This is how you should become successful in this life. But even after dying, with silence, he is teaching us. He is giving us the ultimate lesson of the life. He is silently expressing us, telling us, my dear children, my dear grandkids, my dear friends, I'm saying goodbye to all of you. And remember, you will have the same experience sooner or later. And this is the ultimate lesson that we all have to learn. There's no difference. There's no any surprise here. There's nothing to be surprised. This is the common Dhamma, the reality that we all share in our life. He's saying goodbye to us first, and we are leaving the next. So we all are in the same process. We all are in the same experience. So silently, he's teaching us this important lesson. So I feel that he was very interested in my Dhamma talks. I remember last Katina day of the Buddhist Vihara, he came to me one day. You gave a Dhamma talk one day at a house, I don't remember where. So that was so nice, that was so interesting. You had to give me that Dhamma talk again. I had no clue what I spoke about. Then I asked, Father, I'm sorry, I don't remember anything what I spoke about, and tell me what I talked about. I don't know, I don't remember, but it was so interesting. There is something was there that struck his mind as a Dhamma message. So he was very he was very interested in the Dhamma. That's why I told you he was a poet. He was a great song himself that used to enjoy this life very much. So this is what we see in the Dhamma, that there are so many divine messengers, dear friends, around us. The Lord Buddha explains to us that there are so many divine messengers in our life. You know, in many religions, they talk about divine messengers who brings the message of peace, the ultimate happiness. So the Lord Buddha interestingly explained to us that these divine messengers are already within us. They are around us. What are these divine messengers? Who are they? And this is just one experience. This is one ultimate divine messenger, the death. It teaches us the ultimate lesson about life. And the other divine messenger is the old age, getting old. When you see someone old in your life around you, listen to them. Look at them with wise attention. Listen to them what they are trying to teach you. And when you see a sick person, this is another divine messenger. See how practical the Buddha's teachings, how interesting. They are the divine messengers to you, that they are telling you, they are teaching you the most important lesson about this life. So, learning these lessons, listening to them, observing them with mindful attention, we have to transform our life as a great human being. And this is the meaning of the stanza that we chanted, the venerable monks, just after the offering of the Matita Vastra, Anicca Sankhara. All conditional things are subject to change. Uppada Vaidam Vino, their nature is to rise and fall. Uppajitva Nirujjanti Tesam Vopasamo Sukho. Those who live in harmony in this nature will experience the highest bliss, the highest happiness. So what is exactly this harmonious living in this nature, in this truth? When we understand this natural condition about all these conditional things, dear friends, when we experience, when we observe all single life experience that happen to us, to those who are around us, and everything in the nature even, when we see everything is subject to change. Sometimes we may have to leave and say goodbye first. And maybe before us, all that were dear to us will say goodbye to us. They will leave us. So when we understand this nature, to live in harmony means nothing but understanding what should be my priority in my life. And what should I value in my life. Interesting. And what are my responsibilities as a great human being, as a child, as a son and a daughter, as a father and a mother, as a member of any society? What is my responsibility? And how should I live in this life as a great human being? And even how to learn how to let go of things. How to reduce our emotional attachments to things around our life. And only then we can live in harmony. If you do not learn this lesson, your life will be in a great trouble. So this is what the Lord Buddha teaching us. So at this very special moment, paying our respect and gratitude to our great Father, our great Dhamma friend, Stephen Perere. We perform many, many good things in life. And I heard even Thompson and Vishaka, they just moved to this Windsor because of their parents, because they will have a temple to perform all these spiritual deeds, good things, so they will live a peaceful life. See how grateful children. So this family is a great example to all of us. So his life is not an empty life. He lived his life to the fullest, setting us a very good example. So let's wish him our great double friend on this Father's Day. Greatest happiness and peaceful journey of samsara, and finally he may attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Hamdaros. Now I'd like to invite my sister and I to say a few words on behalf of our friends and family.
Good afternoon. Please bear with me during this speech as it is fairly long, but it holds great quality. I first wanted to mention to you all some of the most inspirational people in my life. David Suzuki, Dalai Lama, Mohandas Mahatma Gandhi, and Stephen Perere, my grandfather. I could say that our lists of people who we admired are fairly similar, although I know he wouldn't have included his own name in his. On top of the people I have mentioned, my grandfather admired Dr. N. Perera, Colin De Silva, and Vasudeva.
We're all gathered here today to honor someone who has touched and changed the lives of each and every one of us. Someone who truly deserves to be on our list of people we admire and our list of inspirational figures. Someone who deserves the gathering and recognition of all of us here. As a physical representation to him and everyone here, please stand up when I mention what kind of relation he had with me. He was someone who was a husband, brother, father, grandfather, uncle, and best friend. Look around and see the significance of his life to everyone here. While we are standing, let us share a moment of silence with Stephen Perere. Please be seated. Thank you.
June 12, 1933. It was a Monday, under the sign of Gemini, and it was the year of the Brewster. This was the day Stephen Perere was born, in the rural village of Huffman. He was the first child to my great-grandparents, Christina and James Perere. As the years passed, he soon became an older brother to Domini, Sumana, and Lalitha. As an older brother, you would assume he would have been a perfect role model to his siblings. He wasn't. He would, as we would say in Sinhala, chandia, or mischievous or up to no good, running away from home at times, getting into trouble with other kids, and believe it or not, he was thrown out of school because he ran away from his workmates.
Upon the age of 24, Stephen Perere earned his degree in 1957. Ironically, he went back to the school he was thrown out of as a student, St. Mary's College in Kerala, to become one of their acknowledged teachers. During his duration of teaching, he became involved in leftist politics by notable Dr. N. Perera, Colvin, Leslie. He even contested in the parliamentary seat of Tagad. Regardless of his place in the running, he still stepped up to the plate and made this a significant memory in his life. He was asked to resign from his teaching position for some time. However, he was taken in as a teacher to the Malayadeva College in Kurunegala. As one of the most important things in his life was learning, he went back to the Peradeniya University for his diploma in education in 1962. From that point on, he was appointed as a principal at various schools.
Mentioned in the profile he wrote, other notable events of his life, most importantly, was his marriage to Margaret Gunnisacred in 1958. Together they had 4 children, Pasana, Siso, Vishakan, Uthpa, Perera. He continues on to say that she was like his own shadow in adversity, in politics, and in his life. They truly spent a lovely and sentimental 55 years together.
In time, he became a grandfather to Samadhi, Rabini, Rashmiga, and Manali Perera, and Zalani, Doshan, and Shalini Piros, 2 grandsons and 5 granddaughters. Upon the invitation to him and my grandmother from my mother and father, they moved to London, Ontario, Canada in 1994. He made many great lifelong friends there and met up with his brother when his family moved to Canada. In 2008, our whole family moved to Windsor. His contributions, participation, and generosity to the community here in Windsor is unforgettable. More importantly, to the Windsor Buddhist Vicar. He is one of the few people who took advantage of the valuable teachings and Dhamma from Rahul Hamdro, Yasasi Hamdro, and Jan Hamdro. Within the Sri Lanka community globally, he expanded his lifelong friends list, which includes all of you sitting here today. Each and every one in this room, and those who are unable to make it today, are his friends and family. He loved us all so much. This community we have, Windsor, London, extending all the way to Sri Lanka, was the most precious thing he had.
From all of this and many of the memories we had with him, you can see how magnificent of a life he has lived. We really should not be mourning or grieving over his passing away. We should be celebrating his accomplishments, achievements, and all of the sentimental, memorable things he has done. I asked a few of the closer family members to share a few memories of Stephen Perere. On behalf of my great-grandmother, Christina Perera, every mother has strong instincts. What if these instincts tell her that her firstborn child has passed away before her? It is like a running race between mother and son, where the mother is always trailing behind. In this case, the son has reached the finish line first. They shared all their secrets, yet the secret was kept from her. Peter Pan has said, never say goodbye, because saying goodbye means going away, and going away means forgetting. I love you, my baby Buddha. From Margaret Perera, we have been married since 1958, 55 well-spent years together. We have always been there for each other since we met. He helped me throughout my life and was always there to support me. Likewise, my reciprocal support to him helped him through in school, work, politics, and his life. Like 2 hands holding each other, we never let go of one another. We shared everything, the good, the bad, the small things, the big things. He was such a loving, kind-hearted, and caring husband to myself, and father to our children, our family, and our friends. We told each other everything, yet your passing away was something that was not mentioned. Until death do us apart, we may physically be apart, but we are still powerfully together.
From Gamini Perera, Sumana Premadasa, and Balita Manwala. Aye, you are not only a brother to us, you seem like a father to us too. We looked up to you, learned from you, and although we may not have gotten along all the time, we still shared the closest brotherly and sisterly bond. We will all miss you. Goodbye to our sweet friends. May you take good bond.
From Vishaka Pires, I say my father is a huge tree who gave shade, comfort, flowers, and fruits to whoever needed them. He was still and strong. Even a storm could not put him down. There were many of us who were comforted by this tree. Some gave him a pat on the trunk. Some said thanks. Some enjoyed the fruits and flowers. Then there were others who spit under the tree, broke a branch for no reason, picked fruits for fun. The greatest thing is that this huge tree treated all of them equally. I love him to my death. Tata, I am truly and deeply sorry if I ever hurt your feelings or made you feel bad about anything. I never meant that. You know, I always loved you and I will always still love you. Since I was born, you have been a father, a teacher, and a grandfather to my children. I don't even know where to begin with all of the things you have done for me and helped me with throughout my life. This is a quote by William Shakespeare. As soon go kindle fire with snow, as seek to quench the fire of love with words. This means that you cannot grow a fire by throwing snow on it. Similarly, words do not do love justice. My memories are all with me, and I will never forget any of them. That is what truly matters. You may not be here, but you will always be in my heart.
From Prasanna, Cecil, and Nicola Perera. Every father is a special father for his children. Every grandfather is a special grandfather for his grandchildren. What was special about our father or our grandfather was that he was a fatherly figure or a grandfatherly figure, not only for us, but also for many of whom he associated with, or many of those who were around him. We do not envy it, but we are proud of it, because the love multiplies when it is shared. At this moment of great sorrow, we close our eyes, wipe our tears, and try to recollect all what you have done for us. Your love toward us was great. You were always concerned about what the lives of each one of us were undergoing. You extended your hand across miles whenever we needed it, without delay, without hesitation. We were unfortunate to be separated by miles across land and sea. We were unfortunate not to get a chance to be with you as you wished to, especially during your difficult times, and we never thought you would leave us all behind so soon. What consoles us is the fact that you lived a great life, as everyone around you today would vouch for. May you attain Nirvana.
From Session Perera, my very first memories of you are how you used to carry me on your shoulders when we visited Atha and Atama. How you tirelessly told me story after story of Chuti Kumbicha over and over. It took some years for me to understand how hard it must have been for you to invent new stories every time we meet. Mappa, you were the one who inspired us to come to Canada. You always wanted us to do better and encouraged us to be the best. Words cannot explain how much you will be missed. Thank you for all you've done. Your memory will always be with us. You will be missed immensely by us.
From Doms and Peers. My father-in-law was not just that. He exemplified a father figure to me exactly like a second father. He was also my best friend in the house. He has helped me so much since I met him, in business and more importantly in life. Everything I did, he sat beside me and oversaw everything I've done. Something he told me, I want to live to be 100 to see you in my present age. The first day when you landed in Canada, we gave you tea. I'm glad your thoughts on the Canadian tea weren't changed because I accidentally put salt instead of sugar in the first tea. I also can't forget the day we were at a Sri Lankan party and I was sitting next to you. I realized that you had your shoes on the wrong feet. Right on left and left on right. I told you that and we laughed over it. We always joked around with each other and always had fun. We could have run a comedic show together. Thank you, Doctor, for everything you have helped me with.
From Samadhi, Darpini, Rashmika, and Madeline Perera. I thought it is amazing how you've been attached to our lives. How you have touched our souls. No doubt you're the kind of grandpa everyone should get. One who can be a grandfather, a father, a friend, and a constant companion. Whenever we had any kind of issue, you were there for us. Not only once or twice, it was always. When we look back, we now realize how you had guided us to be what we are today. There's not a single moment of our lives without you. You have been bounded to each and every moment of our lives and every single important decision. We are pretty sure that we made you so proud of us by going on the path you showed us, and we promise you that we will keep going on until the end. After you left Sri Lanka, we didn't feel any distance to you. You never let us feel departed for the entire 20 years. You were our lifetime teacher. You're the person who taught us the alphabet a long, long time back. And still, after 20 years, there couldn't be any single mistake in our emails to you. If there were any, your reply included a huge English lesson. That's how you taught us. That's how you wanted to improve us. That's how you loved us, every second. Now we can't believe why our last emails are not replied to and will never be replied to by you. Our memories we shared, the tiny secrets we kept, it will all be in our hearts forever. We can write a book on you, but it won't be enough to say how bad we feel losing you by our side. The bond we had is grand, though we never felt you as our grandfather, but as our father with a grand bond that will never die. We truly appreciate every single thing you have done for us. May you attain Nibbana, missing you more.
This one's from me. They say that time flies when you're having fun. And that's exactly what I've been doing with my grandpa during my time with him. However, I never really understood the true meaning of this quote until the preceding events. Although what happened was tragic to many and will change our lives forever, we need to celebrate the life he lived rather than mourn the life he left. I'd like to think that his life is like that of a flower. The petals of a flower are truly beautiful. They paint our world with vibrant colors and radiate brightly while doing so. However, flowers don't only contribute to the physical beauty of nature, but they also play a key role in maintaining harmony within their ecosystems. Bees, for example, rely on flowers as a source of nectar, which they use to make honey for their community, and for us, since we always steal from them. While collecting this nectar, they fly from flower to flower, pollinating each one as they go, therefore promoting the production of seeds within each flower. Similarly, my grandpa was also a flower. He was a beautiful human being who had a smile that brought light to even the darkest of places. Just like a flower develops pollen, my grandpa developed knowledge from his personal growth and life experiences. As we, the bees, fly into his light, we can't help but collect and benefit from his nectar of knowledge. When we fly away, we spread this wisdom to other people who will benefit from it as well. In other words, we are pollinating the flowers growing in this garden we call the world, and are helping them grow just like we did. It only takes one flower, or one grandpa, to sustain the beauty around us, and it is up to us, the bees, to continue where he left off. Grandpa always used to tell me this phrase as a child, but it is only now that I understand the lesson he was trying to teach me. What do you do when the bed breaks down? Sleep on the floor. What do you do when the money runs down? Work hard for more. From these two lines, there is a lot of valuable wisdom to gather from them. From the first line, I learned that life will not be easy, and I will have to adapt to any challenges it throws at me. There's always more than one way to do something. I also learned that we must appreciate what we have and take nothing for granted, because there are people who don't have even a fraction of what we do. Greed always leads us down the darkest path. Finally, patience is a virtue. Things may not be going our way, but if I don't give up, it will all be better in the future. The second line taught me that being successful and happy is only attained through hard work and dedication. We cannot give up hope just because something has set us back. I also learned that life is challenging enough, and it doesn't help if you're swimming in debt. Money management is an important skill that has faded away in our modern era. It is evident that my grandpa played a vital role in my upbringing, and it is sad to see him go. However, even when it's dark out, the sun is shining somewhere, and my grandpa will always be this grand son, as I was his. I hope that with every flower we plant and every flower we see, we will think of him and all the lessons he has taught us. Thank you, Grandpa, for maintaining the balance of nature. You truly are a martyr.
This one's from me. I was the only grandchild of yours that you didn't see or meet right at birth, but that didn't really matter because you have done so much for me throughout my life. The day you came to Canada, I jumped into your arms the moment I saw you. That is the moment our journey together began. Since that time, you looked after me, you taught me, and you loved me. I know I was probably a difficult grandchild at times, but I really do apologize for the hardships I gave you. You really didn't need to put up with any of that, but you did, kindly, and taught me the right way. There were so many things that I looked up to you for: academics, athletics, and being the best person I could be. Thank you so much for helping me with all of my homework and giving me advice on how to be a better athlete in everything I participated in. I admired you so much for everything, and the fact that you were a teacher inspired me to want a profession in teaching someday. Although that desire did go away for a bit, it has returned again. I now realize what I want to do in my life. I want to have an everlasting journey of learning and teaching. One can never stop learning, nor can stop teaching others what they know. I recently completed my second year in the business program with co-op placements throughout my term. At this point in time, I'm considering dropping the co-op portion of my program. I personally feel as if, for lack of better words, it's a waste of time. I would much rather be out in the world, learning, teaching others, rather than being in an office for other reasons. You have shown me that sharing is caring. Sharing your wisdom and knowledge was something you did quite frequently. You're an extremely generous person to your family, friends, and community, always wanting to give and never get, helping those less fortunate in any way you could to live better lives. What good would I be doing in an office? It's good experience, but that's not living my life to the fullest. The best experience is personal experience in what you want to do and the choices you make. I want to do exactly that. I wish I was able to tell you exactly what I plan on doing, but I know you will be watching over me. I hope that I was able to make you proud with anything I've done and anything I will do from now on. I really hope the speech I have written is more than good enough for someone as extraordinary as you. You signed my autographed book with, "Be good, do good, avoid evil." I will live by that for you. There are so many memories that I would like to share, however, I really do not want to take up all your time. The memories I have will always be with me. I will never forget them. I will treasure each of them and share anything I can with others. Grandpa, just watch me. I will be a mini you. I want to be a known environmentalist, just like how you were a known politician. I want to always learn and teach. I want to help those less fortunate. I want to give all that I can and never ask for anything in return. I want to show everyone that life on Earth is all the same. Animals and humans, plants, nature, the environment. Everything is living and everything needs protection, sanctuary, and equality and loving kindness. I do write poems too, but I never thought to share them with anyone or you. I do hope to be as skilled as a writer as you were. This moment I'm about to share with all of you is probably the most sentimental memory I'll ever keep. On my grandfather's birthday, Wednesday, June 12th, I had an appointment for myself to get some tests done at the Hotel du Grace Hospital. I completed my tests, and I had to leave for my co-op placement that was nearby. I really couldn't just leave the hospital my grandpa was in without seeing him, so I went after my test to see him. I was happy that no one was there at the time, because I got to have that time with him. He was in a light sleep when I got to his room. I touched his hand gently, and he opened his innocent eyes. I looked into his eyes. I couldn't help but feel so sorry for him and seeing him in the condition he was in. I held his hand softly and moved closer to him so he could hear me. I said to him, "Grandpa, I love you." He replied back saying, "I love you too." I asked him if he needed anything. He asked for some water, so I picked up the styrofoam cup nearby with the straw in it and held it for him as he sipped at the water. I placed it down, waved to motion that I was leaving. He waved back. He put his head down and fell asleep again. I'll never forget that moment that I was able to tell him that I loved him on his birthday, a day before he passed. I will conclude my part here. Although you are not physically here with me, my loving Sia, you will always be in my heart and my memories for the rest of my life. Thank you for all that you have done for me. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I don't believe in goodbyes, so I say to you, I will see you again. May you attain Nirvana, Sia. I hope my signal is improving.
Everyone, please take a look around at the room, at the people who have come together in honor of Stephen Perere, joining hands with the person on your right and the person on your left. We are all here as a community, one loving community. But why do we come together like this when someone has passed away? That's what he would have said. We all know that his passing away was sudden and unexpected in many ways. This brought me to questioning, why do we live our lives the way we do? By this I mean, why do we say we are busy? Why do we pass each moment like it will happen again? Why do we not live our lives like it is the last day we will spend? Life isn't about how fabulous you are, or how much money you will make, or the amount of possessions you own. Life is about loving each moment, each person, and everything. He loved everyone he knew. I cannot even express how much love he has given to every individual that came into his life and the amount of respect he presented to all.
My grandfather was an amazing writer. He wrote many beautiful pieces of art. I call them art and not works because he never worked when he wrote them. They were all expressions and feelings of his conversant to a written language. I hope I can say that I got some of his breathtaking writing skills. I want to read to all of you a document my grandpa wrote entitled My End of Life Wishes. It is my contention that forcing the hands of the living by making unfair and unexpected requests, by leaving requests through their so-called last wills, is all wrong. But I can express some simple wishes that may or may not be carried out according to circumstances of my demise. One cannot, under normal circumstances, predict one's own last moments. I wish and hope that mine would not be a burden on anyone. However, I have pledged that my bodily organs, or any or all, be used by competent persons so that some other human being could lead a more comfortable life on using such organ or organs. In addition, I wish that whatever remains in my body be used for medical purposes if possible. I wish that no item that I had used be retained with the family, but be disposed of to the needy. There is nothing to sorrow over my departure. At the time I am writing this document, so to say, I own no properties to be disposed of. I am drawing 2 pensions. I wish that my passing away be notified to the relevant authorities at Service Canada and the Pensions Department of Sri Lanka through the Baligamua Divisional Secretary so that my wife, Margaret Perera, could draw the benefits of the surviving partner and the rights accruing to her through the Widows and Orphans Fund. I must note that the respective governments are aware that I draw 2 pensions. I owe an immeasurable debt of gratitude to all the people of the world, especially to the peoples of Sri Lanka and those of Canada. I know that I have wronged all others through heedlessness in my life. I may have unintentionally wronged many more. I am sorry for my transgressions. I bear no grudge against anyone, knowingly or unknowingly, who may have wronged me. At the moment I am writing down these wishes of mine, I am in full control of all of my physical and mental faculties. If circumstances change and I have to supplement this statement in the future, I hope I have the freedom to do so. The world has been generous to me. I wish that I had responded in a like manner in any and all circumstances. Death is inevitable. I wish that no one grieves over my death. Goodbye, everybody. Witness my hand with the signature this 13th day, December 2011. Presently residing at 1060 Silverdale Drive, Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Let us all continue to respect him by respecting his wishes. And this is all he wanted.
With this, I shall conclude our speech. I would like to thank each and every one of you who came from all over to celebrate Stephen Perere's long-lived and outstanding life. He would have really appreciated this and probably does have a big smile on his face right now seeing us all together like this. One loving community together. Let us all continue to show support for one another and get together more often like this. Life is short, time flies by, so we need to enjoy every moment that we have on this planet and do our best to be the best we can be and make the lives of others around us better. Let us all be gracious and never greedy. Let us all be good and not evil. More importantly, let us all love and never hate. Thank you.
Now, on behalf of the Windsor community, I would like to call up Cyril Uncle to say a few words.
Good evening. Can you hear me? and Stephen Perera's family, friends, and well wishers. On behalf of Sri Lankan community in Windsor, I consider it a great privilege and honor to pay tribute to Mr. Stephen Perere. Today is Father's Day. Indeed, this is an opportune time to pay tribute to a great father, brother, grandfather, and a dear friend. Te vipayogo dukkho, parting from loved ones in sorrow, Lord Buddha said, but he also reminded that this is the reality that all of us will have to face. So how do we overcome this sorrow? We can overcome sorrow by remembering the good qualities of the parted dear one. The other day, Bhante Jnanaloka, while eulogizing Nimal Viratunga's mother, reminded us that this is the way we should do it. So let us celebrate the life of Mr. Stephen Perere and recognize his services as a teacher, principal, trade unionist, social worker, and a community leader. Previous speakers have spoke about his achievements, so I don't intend to go on that. So I'll get back to some recent events. Mr. Stephen Perere has been very active member of the Sri Lankan Association of Windsor and great devotee of Windsor Buddhist Vihara. His writings on various subjects are very comprehensive and far-sighted. He authored and financed the Vesak medicines of Windsor Buddhist Vihara for many years. They are certainly going to listen. Recently, he wrote poems in Sinhala paying tribute to Bhante Rahula, Bhante Jnanaloka, and Bhante Sangeetcha, and presented his Vesak ceremony. Bhante Rahula wasn't here, and I'm pretty sure he's here with Bhante Jnanaloka, and he will cherish it. He confessed to me that the thought came to his mind and the poems had a natural flow while writing. Sri Lankan Association of Windsor did a great job by paying tribute to him recently while he is still alive. Now let me tell you about the lighter side of Mr. Stephen Perere as I know. I fondly call him Lokomahatya. And I met him casually at one of the musical shows in Windsor as a fundraiser for the Windsor Buddhist Vihara. Our association with each other increased as we attended the meditation and seal programs at the temple. I used to pick up Lokomahatya and his wife Margaret and few others on my way to the temple. My car is a two-row car and he sat on the front seat, and as he had difficulty getting in and out of the car. Most of the time I helped him to buckle up and close the door. I recall a couple of times I almost closed the door while his right leg was still dangling outside. He used to caution, oh, my leg. I used to joke, Lokomahatya, keep your bad leg at home and then you don't have to worry about it. Well, all had a good laugh, including Margaret, who was seated at the back seat watching the episode. Then we used to make pitch stop at shoppers to try the lotteries. As Bhante Rahula said, he was trying his luck to win a lottery so that he can win the temple. I must say, most of the time he won a free ticket or a few dollars. It made him to smile with satisfaction. I told him this is the anisans of attending meditation. While on the road, occasionally we get delayed at traffic lights. He commands loudly, change the green light. Still nothing happened. So I suggested, say in Sinhala. By the time he said in Sinhala, the lights came to green. So I told him, even traffic lights understand Sinhala. All of us had a good laugh. Sometimes I pick Kalana, our trustee of Vihara, as well. Some days Kalana misses meditation sessions because he is working or busy with other things. So while passing the street, Lokomahatya says, Tata, bye-bye. And chuckle like a kid. He's thrilled whenever I overtake a car, saying we beat him. We talk about current news items and his past adventures during the RIP camp. I always sat next to him at meditation. Sometimes he get carried away and forget that we have come to meditation and carry on conversation. Then I say, Lokumatya, we are here to meditate. I can never forget his mischievous smile. Lokumatya was a great resource when it came to translate from Sinhala to English, vice versa when we had difficulty understanding the meaning of some of the Dhamma words. He researched and made CDs, DVDs, Dhamma presentation from internet. He also talked about very interesting and thought-provoking presentations, and he watched during the week and urged us to do so. He confessed many times that he started practicing Dhamma after coming to Canada. After the meditation sessions, Bhante Jnanaloka prepares tea. So did Bhante Rahula when after meditation, and he never failed to serve tea and cookies to us. Lokumatya always has always looked for sweets and could not resist. So most of the time he's the first person to pick cookies. Sometimes when he take a couple of more cookies, I say, no. When he looks at it smiling like a school kid caught with his hand in the cookie jar, he certainly had a sweet tooth. The day he passed away, the meditation group visited him at the hospital and talked to him briefly. We told him that we are going to bless him during the meditation and wish him well. It is indeed a great coincidence that he passed away when we were blessing him at the temple. Thompson and Visakha, you must be very happy that you are not only provide a place for us, temple, but also did a very meritorious deed by bringing Lokumatya to Canada. Our community has been enriched by his presence and contribution to our well-being. Lokumatya had admitted to us many times that he's been a pious person and started practicing Dhamma after coming to Canada. So be happy that you paved the way for him to become a good all-round person, shortening his journey through samsara. Lokumatya was always concerned about us. He lamented that we are not making the best use of the temple to learn and practice Dhamma. Sooner or later, the death will come to all of us. The greatest tribute that we can pay to Lokumatya is to practice Dhamma by attending meditation and seeing work regularly. This will help us to shorten our journey through samsara. Who knows? We will meet again during the journey through samsara and talk about our good times we had in this life. May Lokumatya everyone.
Thank you, Sir Uncle, for those kind words. Now I'd like to call on behalf of the London community, Jagat Uncle. Say a few words.
Venerable monks, friends of the family, and friends. On behalf of London Sri Lankan community, I would like to express our great sorrow, and we will all miss him very much. I think listening to all these words, you can't help but realize what a great human being he was. So he certainly made a difference in everyone's life that he met, and we were very fortunate to have known me, my children, and all the kids in London really appreciate him teaching Dhamma to our kids on our Dhamma school. So may he thank you.
Thank you, Jagat Uncle. Now the microphone is open to anyone else if you want to say anything to him. Yeah, whatever. I would just like to thank everyone for coming to the ceremony tonight, or this afternoon. Please join us in the funeral procession as we take my grandfather to his final resting place. It would be greatly appreciated to have everyone with us take part in this event. I would also like to invite you all to our house for tonight for a dinner to show our gratitude to you for coming and just to be together as a community. There will also be a Dana next Saturday, June 22nd. However, the location and other info will be emailed to you as soon as everything is finalized. Please reserve this day and join us. Again, thank you to everyone who came today. You are all a key part in the healing process, and we appreciate you all being here for us. Thank you.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, just a few short announcements before we make our way to the crematorium. For those of you joining us in the funeral procession, we ask that you drive with your bright headlights and your four-way flashers. Proceed with caution through any intersections as we make our way to the cemetery march bar direction. And we'll have you please come forward by the casket as you go up to vehicles, coming forward on the right-hand side and exiting from the left.
hari. Ini malam ini betul lalangin dokong hari. Ada istirahat itu alhamdulillah lalangin kita. Memang itu karena ini. Jadi memang dah lebih murah ya. Iya, jadi
කවුවත් ඉන්නවද? මෙතන කවුවත් ඉන්නවද? කට්ටිය කවුවත් ඉන්නවද ලංකාවේ?
They're on Skype.
Can they see?
Is it Skype or not?
I don't know. Somebody asked me to
I think
hold
it's just
it.
a recording.
Oh, it's just a recording?
Yeah, just a camera.
Oh, I thought they were on Skype, no? So, but they can you not get, oh, okay. Because they might need to see the people in Sri Lanka, no? They need to see the last. Okay. I think, how do I make it stop this one?
This is the first funeral I went to in my entire life. Kalani, ano ba? Ano?
Yeah, no, I'm waiting until they close. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Joshua. Unga? Thompson. ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඉන්ස්ට්‍රක්ෂන් දෙන්න කියන වහනවා නම්
ඒක කිව්වහම
ඉන්ස්ට්‍රක්ෂන් දෙන්න වහනවා නම් they are waiting for your instruction.
Okay. And are you pallbearers? You can walk with us in just a moment. Are we going to leave the flowers in the back of the casket with you? We're just going to move the casket out, and we'll be moving it on the ends, and you can walk on the sides. Just have to be careful by the furniture.
මේක ඔබ මේ හරි ඕකේ
ඒක සේව් කරන්න ගග අරක ගත්තා මේක පැත්තේ ගන්න නම් මේ හරියට don't worry. The white car is the last one. Oops, nope. The beige one. Wow. Who are these two guys? Oops, somebody different. I don't see them. Yeah, I see them. Where's coming? Did they get open the cap? I'm stepping on somebody's underneath me. And it continues all the way.
So they tell me we're going to walk around the building 3 times, okay?
Roshan, you wanna go there? Yeah. Bro?
We change it after.
No, we'll just look through. This thing is not
There you go. Right there. Sit. Mommy to available if they need any help. Oh, the door opens up the side. Akash. Baba.
We're coming through you here, okay? Excuse us. We're coming through.
Where are we going?
Uncle, renounce the okay? Yeah, okay. Uncle, you like grounding?
Just, we can get more on the front. You maybe need more than 6.
Are you okay, sir? Okay. Okay. I can help you.
Maybe go through the
second
next
one.
set.
We're going to go through the second.
Shrubs.
Yep.
Are you okay, Dennis? We're going to go through here.
Yeah.
We can have 2 of them.
Oh, tahu tugas kuah hilang ke Roma?
Okay.
Chandana.
That.
Yep. You want to go? Yeah.
You want to?
Ladies are not allowed. That's the third round, just started. So there should be chairs coming around the corner. Yep, I think I got them all. Here comes. The sun is too bright and glaring at the screen.
We're going to go through the second tree right here. And then we're going to go in. Yes.
Center yourselves on the truck, gentlemen. Yes? Okay.
And it's up to you if you want a liner. But the cream term supplies that. Yeah, that's something.
So it takes about almost 5 hours.
Yeah.
So 3 hours is going to burn.
3 hours of body cremate. And then an hour to cool down.
Cool down.
So there's 4 hours.
Oh.
Half an hour to retrieve.
So by the time when you go home, you finish everything and go.
Yep.
So according to that, so you can burn two bodies at the same time?
No. Like in separate unit. Yeah, but not.
Oh no, I mean this one can operate at the same time.
Oh yeah. One could be in there, one could be in there.
And then we will need to lift the casket one more time.
Just watch this handle there.
Do you want us to lift or just guide us?
Someone's got it. Yeah, sure. Watch that. A bit more. Okay, lower it. That's good. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. No problem.
No, when we're walking on the ash comes down. Yeah, that's cool.
uppajjitva niruddhanti yedam upasamosukho. In our whole life we have accumulated or generated lots of meritorious deeds. In your life you have done so much great things. By the power of all wholesome activities, may you enjoy your samsara journey. Finally may you attain to high blissful nirvana. Obe samsara gamana supat karagane Lautura Buddhajanan Mahanse Desana Karabu Utung Arya Marga Dharmi Anubo Avbodakata Sasaring Etarava Utung Nimna Sanasi Muda Karagane.
Oh, I understand. Just the family only? You want me to announce that? Okay. Can we ask for just the immediate family to remain here only, please? We'll ask the rest of you to please exit the crematorium.
You can see it from the side.
You can see it from the side as well.
Yeah, that's all.
Done.
Sarah?
Yes? The one piece is separate on the
It can
top.
go back in, but I gotta take it off because it'll slide.
This one is a separate piece.
Thank you. Go back in.
You want to pass it? Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Somebody gonna start the cycle? Yeah. Just to let everybody know, when the retort starts, it's gonna be loud, so you're not startled. Thank you.
Thompson.
Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way for you.
Delay.
Whenever you're ready, what you want to do basically is just press in the blower on button and then release this one here. Whenever you're ready, take your time.
First is returning to the funeral parlor director.
That's only for 10 years, I guess. That's many. Different, yeah, progressive, yeah. I know that, yeah. Because you have to burn the bones are very hard, right? And you have to turn it to ash, so that takes a long time.
Okay, ganda. Ganda.
Pick this thing up. Yeah, pick this thing up quickly. Bring it.
Put it in the van. Well, I am just an amateur video recorder.
Come on.
Hey, don't leave me behind. Hello? I also need a ride, you know. Ooh, I'm blazing hot.
Mom, isn't that theirs?
Huh? I have no idea.
Oh, you gotta give it to someone.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll just give it to them when I see them. Don't you worry. I'm not taking it home, baby. It belonged to somebody, some dude in here, but I just need a ride to get home, okay? I got a new car.
It's gonna be an expensive cab for you back to St. John's.
Okay, yeah. See you. I sure somebody will pick me up.
We love you.
Bye. Yeah. Bye, Mom. Yeah. I'm not staying here. Hey, hey, hey. Everybody's leaving me behind. Oh, yeah. I need to come. Wait, wait. Hey. What is that guy doing? He's not picking me up.
ප්‍රොවින්සියල් එකෙන් අපිට හරියට මේක ප්‍රොවින්සියල් එකද?
මෙයා දින්නේ බෙන්ස් එකේ.
මල්ලිගේ මේක දාගන්න. නැත්නම් ඔය අනෙක් කෙනෙක් ෆලෝ කරා.
මොනවද?
ගෙදර යන්න.
ඔය තියෙන්නේ ප්‍රොවින්සියල් රෝඩ් යන්න ලෙෆ්ට් ටර්න් එකක් දාන්න තියෙන්නේ.